I don't like this. That is the power lines right there. And the helicopter is going around those. Are we going to have a disaster with a helicopter crash? See the blinking light? Right in the center of my screen here. You'll see the blinking red light. We're going to go down and take a look. If that helicopter pilot isn't careful, those Christmas trees aren't going to be worth it if somebody dies. And it happens all the time. Those are power lines right there. My husband's friend, Gary Lawrence, high school friend, was a very careful pilot. He was the most careful person you've ever met. And my husband, he's down in San Diego, and he asked Larry, my husband, if he wanted to go for a ultralight ride. He had an ultralight, and my husband, even though he trusted Gary, was a lifelong friend, he turned him down. He didn't have time, and he was a little bit afraid. Look at that, right there. And there's the power lines, right there. These are those great big power lines. Anyway, my husband was at his folks' house down in San Diego, and the 6 o'clock news came on. A ultralight pilot had crashed into power lines. Gary Lawrence was killed instantly. So that gives us a healthy respect. My husband and I wanted to be pilots. We wanted to get our pilot's license, and get a plane. Instead, we spent the money on adopting kids, which turned out to be a disaster. So, anyway, I'm going to go down there and look. We'll film that. This is where the fires were, less than a mile from our house. Could be Christmas tree harvesting. See, right in the middle of my screen, you'll see the red light blinking. Right at the tip of that. Scary. I don't like this. Of course, I don't like helicopters flying over around low. Even though I love flying on Astria, the sheriff's helicopter in San Diego. Out at Lindbergh Field, not Lindbergh Field, but what was the name? There in El Cajon, the small airport. I forgot. Greenfield? They're by Rattlesnake Mountain. And yes, there are rattlesnakes. But I love flying on those helicopters and going along for a ride along and a spotter. I made a good spotter because I wasn't afraid to hang halfway out of the helicopter, and it didn't intimidate me that the front was a glass between your feet. I'll try to find a video of that, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble, so. But that's what I had fun doing. And that's why I wanted to get my pilot's license. But But you know, when you're young and in college and having to work all the time, just no time or money. We're too old to get our pilot's license. Yikes, hear that? That helicopter is right at the center of my view here. Every once in a while I'll see the red light. Oh gosh. Please be careful, Mr. Pilot.